Hi everybody and welcome back to another Legends of Runeterra video and gameplay. Today we are messing around with Fizz, and I will start out by saying this is not an original deck concept, although the deck list today is new and updated. This was first created by Swim during the initial phases of the Rising Tides expansion. Fizz is a pretty cool champion and he's a pretty good buff target just because he can be turned elusive. So that's what this deck is. We're using Starlit Seer to buff up a very limited unit deck that's going to be able to deal a whole bunch of damage with just their buffed stats. And Fizz himself, he's fairly easy to protect because any sort of targeted spell or ability, well, outside of burst speed, you're going to be able to block with your own burst speed spells. So pretty easy to protect Fizz in this deck. And outside of things like Hush, you are pretty much able to do whatever you want to do with Fizz without a whole bunch of trouble. So like I said, a limited unit list. We got a ton of spells. We're using Starlit Seer to buff up Fizz, and one other card in this deck, the Wiggly Burblefish. Also, this card was also released after this original deck concept was created, and really along the same lines as Fizz. We can get this to be a zero-cost unit, buff it up. It's super powerful. It's creating its own spells as well to synergize with Fizz, and we can end up winning the game with our elusive units. So Fizz is actually pretty important, and as is his secondary spell in this deck, because we have Entreat. We can pull out Fizz, buff Fizz a lot of the times, and then any other Fizzes that we get, we can just cycle it back into the deck and rally. And because we have more elusive units in this deck with the Wiggly Burblefish, basically at no cost to ourselves, for 0 mana, we get pretty good value out of playing Fizz's Playful Trickster. So a pretty important card with Entreat itself, just because there is a lot of potential to pull multiple Fizzes. All right, so the reason why we are running this deck again is because of the new cards during the latest expansion from Freljord. So we've got a full set of Ancestral Boon, a full set of 3 Sisters, and we're running 2 Spoils of War. All of those cards are new, and all 3 of them actually work fairly well with Fizz and what we're trying to do. So Spoils of War, you can grant your unit. We're only running 2 in this deck because you actually have to have a unit out. So this is dead weight if you don't have a unit in your hand, or in your hand or on the board for that matter. But if we've plundered, then we can grant a unit +2/+4, more protection for Fizz. Ancestral Boon just kind of compounds with the Starlit Seer. Grant the top ally in your deck +2/+2, and then by some chance, if you're enlightened, this is not a mana ramp deck. I mean, we could potentially get up to round 10, but it's not very likely. Instead, grant all allies in your deck +2/+2, and then 3 Sisters counts as you get basically 2 burst speed spells in your hand. Again, it works well. We get 2 additional spells to work with the Starlit Seer. You can protect your units. You can mitigate a lot of damage with Flash Freeze. We can delay a champion level up with Entomb. There's just a lot of stuff, and the flexibility is great and works really well in this Fizz deck. All right, and we got Warning Shot and Parlay. This is to help plunder for our Spoils of War, and also for our card draw, Shared Spoils, which is always going to be drawing a unit for us in case we don't have any. So again, kind of another important card in the deck. And then pick a card, helping us rifle through our deck and get the cards that we need. And then we're finishing up the deck list here with an 8-cost spell, a Battle Fury. Really the same thing that we're just trying to do is buff our Fizz and our elusive units and be able to finish off the game in 1 turn. So that's about it. Pretty fun deck list. You should definitely try it out. Is it better than the original? Probably not, but a lot of that has to do with the meta, and with the addition of Targon as well, and with Hushes. But I mean, Twisted Fate is pretty oppressive, and if we haven't buffed our units, it's really easy for a red card just to come in and take all of them out. So the meta definitely makes this a less, not a deck that's not as good as it once was, and I'm not saying that this is the most efficient way to use it either. We were just trying out the new cards to see if they were good. I mean, I still had a fun time playing, and I still won quite a few games, more than I lost. Yeah, and if you enjoy trying a new deck that is a little bit just refreshing from what other people are running, you should definitely try this one out. All right, if you enjoy this video, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel, and we will see you tomorrow. Thanks. Okay, we are going against a Zoe, Aurelian Soul deck, Demacia, and Targon. So I wonder if they're going to pair dragons with this, Mr. Quag. We get rid of the Fizz. I think we keep Entreat and Troll Chant. We're going to keep the Starlit Seer. And we get 3 sisters as well. And we've got a wiggly burblefish. So, I guess that's good. Alright, let's go ahead and put out our Starlit Seer. So at this point, he should know what we're doing if he's played the game for a little bit. So I'm not going to do anything here. We don't need to do anything. We can play 3 sisters this round if he open attacks. So, this is fine.
Bask in her radiant blessing.
I'm going to pass here. We probably want to frostbite this thing. Plus I get double.
This will be a good winter.
I get double spells for the burblefish. And he shouldn't be able to react to this, so no gem for him. I think we just open attack here. Nice. Wish I had a plunder card. Okay, this is a Grand Plaza deck. I guess I should have seen that. Should we just go for Ancestral Boon? I think so.
Blessed by snow and stars.
Got a couple of ways to work around these Grand Plazas. Let's see what he does here. Turn 5. Let's see what he's got. And we got a big Fizz now. Big boy Fizz. Let's pass.
Witness glory.
This will be a good
Just gonna go like this
winter.
and make sure that we kill this thing. We'll put out Fizz. He needs 4 more, or 2 more spells. He's 4 out of 6. We've got this Battle Fury here. Hush is definitely a possibility, which would suck. Let's go like this. I don't want to try to win this round, I think. Just because of the wiggly burblefish. But we can entreat, actually, if he has a...
The light of my
That
star
is
warms the
annoying.
heavens.
That's annoying. We're still going to attack, I think. See if he's got a hush. If he's got a hush, we got a burst speed recall here.
No further.
Really?
We have no quarrel.
Yeah, there's no way. He's just wondering if he should kill him. Okay, that's kind of a tell that he doesn't have a...
No further.
Okay.
A bond.
We can end the round here.
Gravity? Which side was upside again? Whichever way the paint drips, Zoe.
So we're going to try to kill her. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No.
This will
No. What kind of deck do you think I'm running? Okay, so we know he doesn't have Hush. Yeah.
blessed by snow and
Alright, let's see what he's got here. We still have a way to protect our unit, so he's going to probably pull him in.
Blinding daylight. Devotion through battle.
This will will be a good winter.
Let's use this round so that we have more for next round. It's another big Fizz. So maybe we should have just let him die, but we got another big Fizz here.
An auspicious season.
So we're looking for the Hush. He didn't have it before, so he would have had to have top decked it. And looks like he might have it here, but we got this other. Okay. Is that enough? It's probably enough. Okay. That's fine. We got this other one though.
And here's where I'd paint my constellation. Yep, yep, yep.
Hand in hand.
Okay. Man, we needed that this last round. Do we have enough to play both of those? We don't. We can
Your favorite star. I created it.
actually protect the Fizz though.
No manners.
See what he goes for here. Okay. He just goes to kill or kill here. No. We don't want to do that. He didn't attack with this either, so we've actually got lethal again.
Now they'll pay attention.
Blessed by snow and stars.
And he's not going to get us with a single combat this time either. Yeah. He should have attacked with his lifesteal the last round. He actually could have survived, but I guess he didn't want to kill it from the Fizz, and he didn't. That was kind of a tell that he didn't have anything in his hand. He would have had to top deck. And it was a little unlucky that we didn't have a burst speed spell to use for Fizz. We should have kept, if we'd have kept the entreat rather than using it the round before, we actually would have been able to win. But so a little bit of a mistake there, but yeah, an 18 power Fizz, pretty big. Alright, we're going against Super Tanto. Something. Let's see. Mayu ADC. Alright, we're getting rid of everything. We need to look pretty aggressively for Starlit Seer. And we get a Fizz. A couple ways to keep him alive. And 2 ancestral boons, which don't really help our Fizzes all that much. Alright, let's go with the Fizz. We got a way to stop anything that he could potentially have here. I mean, unless it's a unit. Okay. I mean, I don't think this is a go hard deck, but you never know. We'll take this damage right now before he can do anything. Use warning shot to protect him. Actually, we'd probably use ancestral boon before warning shot in that case if he had a vile feast. Okay. Okay. Let's just go for this right now. to stay on curve here. I've got enough spells to protect him. Hmm.
This is gonna be fun.
Okay, we're going to attack here again. Two of 6. Got a big unit coming up if we ever draw it.
You must know me, little one. You must.
Don't want to use anything there. That was why we didn't want to use it, by the way. We can probably use it now, though.
If I'm forgotten, then no.
Okay. We got frostbite. Let's draw a unit here. Come on, give me a unit.
Find someone.
It's not good enough.
You'll be sorry.
We'll kill this guy. Don't you think he would have played Kindred first if he'd had it?
Please? Where are you?
No. Then we're 2 off lethal. So what we want here, we want him to kill our unit. We're 2 damage off lethal. We want him to kill our unit with like a grasp or something because we've got this Fizz here. Oh, I'm just off though. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Maybe I should have used the warning shot first. It's hard to know what to do in a lot of situations, but I'm kind of forced to do this now.
Wanna see a trick?
But yeah, I didn't have enough mana to use the 8 damage for the Playful Trickster, so...
I must be known.
For my father, the king. No quarter.
Fizz actually lives. And he's out of range for Cataclysm as well, so... we can go like this. Actually, we don't want that one. We want this one. Nope. So if he had Glimpse Beyond, he now can't use it. Okay, and we actually have enough to use these now. He's got 3 cards left. Oh, this is pretty good. So we just go like this. In fact, we may should have spread that out a little bit. But we've got ways to stop him from hitting us too, so there we go. Got the win there. So a little bit bumpy there in the middle.
Wins again.
I might could have played that a little bit better, but maybe not at the same time. Kind of hard to say. I had that buffed Fizz. We ended up buffing the one from our hand. That wasn't, you know, that was just a regular Fizz and ended up winning the game, but We did it without Starlit Seers too, which I think is kind of hard to do. Okay, we're going against Arcade Rabbit. Arcade Rabbit. They even have maybe the arcade icon. Alright, what do we keep here? I'm tempted to keep the Burble Fish just for a blocker later on here, and we could get rid of these. Do we get rid of the Fizz? Let's take a gamble and get rid of everything here. There we go. That's better. And we end up drawing Fizz anyway. He really likes coming out. I would like to have some troll chance here. He is running probably vulnerable, so this could be potentially problematic for me. He doesn't want to attack, that's fine by me. This sort of stuff always happens. We got 3 entreats and a Fizz. We're just gonna pass here. I've got quite a bit of protection in this deck, and just for it to...
I'll rend a bloody path through Shurima.
He's gonna have a vulnerable card. Almost for sure. Probably just use Ancestral Boon here. It just sucks so much.
Chase him down. Face your end.
Can't even retreat it. Don't have enough for Battle Fury either.
This will be a good winter.
Let's go like this since I have the
An
entreats.
auspicious season.
We'll get 2 buffs from this guy. All I need is a Frostbite. What the heck? I'm just drawing so bad. It's like the card that I could play. Alright, we just go for it. I'm gonna use one of these shared spoils, hopefully. Unless he's got quicksand or something. We also have brittle steel though, so if he does have quicksand, we can actually stop this from hitting us. I think I'm okay with this. You had to use that pretty defensively. I don't really need to use these. Fury of the North is good. Battle Fury is good.
So, this is the Butcher of the Sands.
Follow me and I'll show you how I earned that name.
It can be undone.
I mean, there's not much we can do here. We're going pretty much all in with this Battle Fury, so let's see what he's got. We could force him to use another, yeah, 3 Sisters, so this is fine. We go for an entreat here onto a Fizz. Don't have enough to play that, plus... I think this is basically all we can do. And hope that he doesn't have quicksand or something. Okay.
Out here, you're moving or you're dead.
Come on, give me something I can use. My goodness. Just Fizz just wanted to turn up this game.
What I've learned?
Danger pays.
And we gotta go like this. He's got shaped stone. I think he would have used it the last round, right? Anyway, at this point, we're just blocking as much damage as we can. So let's go for Fizz. Leveled up Fizz here. And we're one turn away from winning. We've got entreats for days.
Multiple lenses.
Clever.
I just improvised on the instructions you drafted.
So I think drawing these... I'm going to draw one. I've got enough... Actually, we could draw two as well.
Homes, towns, and everything in between.
So long as we have these entreats, I think we can win here. So let's go for the least aggressive mana-using play that we have. We just... I'm ready! Alright, he used all of his... He used all of his, Three Sisters, I guess. Which was his defensive card. It's kind of funny. I wasn't expecting to win that game. You can probably hear from my voice halfway through that. Like, the way we drew with all those entreats and fizzes. We drew, like, two fizzes, all three entreats. It's kind of crazy. Alright, we're going against Skyfire. Skyfire. Twisted Fate and Aphelios. Gonna keep the Fizz, get rid of the entreat. Get rid of Ancestral Boon. Keep Troll Chant and end up getting another Fizz. This is just the way the game's been going. I'd be very surprised if he had Parlay in this deck. Guess we'll take it since we've got the other Fizz as well, so we'll take it.
Spilled paint is just accidental art.
Alright, he gets rid of his elusive unit. One of the elusive units. Okay. Wonder what it reduced. Hey, there's our Starlit Seer. Let's see if he's got a, if he picked up... No, he wouldn't pick up that. The,
Who goes there?
Calendar Snake, whatever it's called. Alright, we go like this. Let's go like this. I want to make old Fizz elusive. That's fine. We don't have any problem with that. We don't really... I mean, it'd be nice to get some damage onto the Nexus, but one damage isn't really our win condition, I guess. And now he's trying to get rid of Fizz, so we're gonna go like this. Actually, we're gonna go like this.
Blessed by snow and stars.
Punish him for doing that.
People person.
And we're going to attack with both here. Ooh, we got another Troll Chant. Okay, Veiled Temple, that's fine. We're gonna pass here. I don't think he's going to attack. Yeah, I'd be very surprised. Alright, Entreat. Okay, we've got all three of our fizzes and none of them are buffed. That sucks a little bit. In fact, I think we're just going to play our Wiggly Burble Fish right now. Elixir of Iron's actually really good. Do I even care if he kills my unit? I really don't think I care. I don't care. Maybe I should use Spoils of War on my Burble Fish. Alright, so he's at 4 cards. which is pretty good for us. I think we're going to put out the Fizz here first,
Bask in her radiant blessing.
before I'm putting out the Starlit Seer, because he could have picked up an Obliterate spell. I guess he can't use it right now anyway, but we really want to draw. Doesn't have a Philios. We really want to draw our Battle Fury at this point. He's used one Hush. Yeah, oof, that. Oof. 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 Oh. That's kind of why we did it, though.
Blessed by snow and stars.
We wanted to... That's why we played the Fizz before. We wanted to get something out of him, so... Yeah. Not too good for him there. Ancestral Boon's pretty good. I think we're going to start out with that one. And we're going to, I think, attack with everything here. I want to get the most use out of Playful Trickster here. And we'll punish him pretty hard if he doesn't block.
Believe or burn.
Charmed, I'm sure.
We can kill him. No, we can't. We don't want to, We're gonna go like this.
Blessed by snow.
So this levels up the Fizz too, which is great. So we can actually play before attacking this next round. The Chum the Waters here. Four of 8. I really hope that wasn't twisted bait. So we're gonna go like this.
An auspicious season.
And we're gonna go like this. And we're gonna win the game. Alright. That's a pretty, Twisted Fate of Philios is a pretty controlly oppressive deck. I guess he didn't draw the Aphelios, but we did a pretty good job there, I think, in stopping him and winning the game. That's pretty fun.